Everybody put the bow and arrow down. Put the bow and arrow down. My favorite monster is me when I've lost respect for someone. Hi, call me Frankenstein and consider me caught in 4K right now. Hello lovies, my name is Hannah Rowe. Welcome back to another video. Happy spooky season, happy Halloween, happy Samhain, whatever you celebrate. I thought it's only appropriate I start off spooky season teaching everyone how to become a wizard, how to grow your intuition. Because you don't have to be born on a certain day at a certain time during a certain season in a certain place to be psychic or to have psychic abilities. No individual is at greater or less likelihood to be psychic. Everyone has equal opportunity. And as an individual who many would consider to be the level of schizophrenic, but I'm not schizophrenic if I'm right. And one thing about me is I am always right. I'm going to share with you how to become schizophrenic. No, how to become a wizard. Let's all be schizophrenic together. I'm going to teach you how to be a wizard. I was going off of my notes earlier, but I just feel like I'm tripping over my tongue repeatedly. So let's see how take 17 goes. There are 5 keys into growing your intuition. I'm going to go through all of them, and then I'm going to break down a little more as we go what each of these 5 things truly mean for you and how they help you grow your intuition. First things first on our list, remove all things that numb your soul, whether that be alcohol, drugs, negative people, artificial foods. In a world full of Gwyneth Paltrow's, let's be Giselle Bundchen. Hi, my name's Bella Thorne, and this is the time I'm gonna be a folklorian and theologian for the time being. Let me kind of break down what I mean by drugs and alcohol being soul numbers instead of agents, because I know a lot of historians here are like through the phone, what do you mean? I know all the shamanistic practices, babe, and let me tell you, they're sacred rituals that were done like once a year, not every day. From a folklore and theological standpoint, drugs and alcohol have never been enhancers of intuition. They've only been agents of possession, especially in rituals. Greatest example, alcohol is called a spirit. It was believed back in medieval times when you drank it, that spirit and the liquor would possess you, and that's what altered your state of consciousness. Similar with drugs. In Navajo tradition, there is a ritual where they would all go in this moon-shaped temple teepee, and they would smoke a sacred herb. I don't want to mess up its name. They were smoking tobacco. I knew that, but it's called DNA. Okay. He would smoke the sacred herb, and it would be an initiation ritual for a young man to become the new tribal shaman, because he would get the blessing from Great Spirit or the ancestors and told what his purpose would be during this time in the tribe. Again, that ritual was done once a year or once every 20 years when the shaman was like, I had the dream, I'm gonna die, we need to do the ritual. And then they'd summon all the men and go and do the ritual, okay? So, not only in folklore is alcohol and drugs considered agents of spirit possession, but also medically, when you are under the influence of either, you are in an altered state of consciousness. Your soul is not in control. So that is why I'm here to preach about removing those agents. And let me sit on my soapbox real quick. I've now been 3 months sober by choice. And my psychic intuition, crazy. I couldn't go to bed a few nights ago because I kept having the imagery of a spider. I was like, girl, what is messing with my third eye so much? What is this a sign of? I kid you not, I turn on my light after an hour of just seeing a spider, and every time I close my eyes, there's the spider. I look on my floor, there's a spider. It's like this big spider on my floor, and my cat's just like, I'm not schizophrenic if I'm right. Did I kill the spider? Yes. I thanked it for being a sign of fate interwaving my purpose in my life. But I really took that as, wow, I feel so detoxed and so sure in myself and my soul that I could pick up on a spider's energy at 3:28 a.m. to only kill it around 4:20 in the morning. May Spidey rest in peace. Also, rip Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak was a guinea pig that I had to watch be sacrificed by a Bolivian monk. I think about Pipsqueak every day. May I remind you, I am a theology world religions major. So in my fair share of anthropology courses and witchcraft and medicine healing, I have had to witness a lot. But I'm going to be an advocate of going alcohol-free till I die, because my psychic senses were not that level of me picking up on a bug's life until I removed it. And I've been Miss Deborah Sally. Now moving on. Number 2, great way to increase your intuition is eating more clean. Like I said earlier, in a world full of Gwyneth Paltrow's, be Giselle Bundchen. The 3 keys to health are clean air, clean water, and clean food. And you can never buy back your health. That is such a myth. It is a medical myth in a capitalistic society. Health is earned through healthy lifestyles, and considering your gut is medically and psychologically proven to be your second brain. The cleaner your gut is, the cleaner your mind is, the cleaner your soul is. I can acknowledge, economically in America, it is very hard to eat clean if you do not have the means to afford it. In no way am I sitting here looking down on anyone that does not have the means to afford clean air, clean food, clean water, because we are set up for failure in this country. Oh my God, we are set up to just feed the machine. So I want to make that clear. Okay, I see, I can acknowledge, I am going to always be an advocate for eating clean if you can, and drinking clean if you can, and breathing in clean air if you can. It should be a human right here in the United States, but sadly, we are still having to petition to Congress about it. So, the third thing you can do to increase your intuition is build your self-trust. And what I mean by that is keep every promise you make to yourself. Do everything you say you're going to do, because every time you say, well, no, and you make the excuse, you're abandoning yourself. You are telling the universe, I don't value myself as much as I value whatever I'm going to prioritize over me. And that's not a way to live. You shouldn't live at the bending and will of others. Building off of that, build on your self-love. Start saying no to others. Don't seek others' validation in your decisions or in how you live. Start doing more things that bring you joy. Start doing things that bring you more clarity and ignite your soul and just give you that spark. Building off not living for the validation of others is going into number 5, protecting your peace. Start saying no more to other people. Quit asking other people for their 2 cents and opinion. Or ask, but be confident in your decision. You always know what's right. You do. Ask yourself, how does this make me feel? If it's good, then it's right. If something doesn't make you feel good, it's not meant for you. It's not right. And start cutting off people that just use you for your validation / energy, your talents and your connections. Those aren't your true friends. Those are transactional relationships, and relationships that will cost you your success. If I can share one little secret, insecure individuals, and that goes for narcissists, will cost you your success. Who you surround yourself with matters. Oh my God. To surround yourself with individuals that are like-minded to you, that share the same morals, the same mindset, the same lifestyle, habits. Those individuals with abundant mindsets, are going to carry you farther than lack-mindseted individuals. I think the greatest saying I have ever heard that beautifully illustrates this is, a rich man will always tell you how his delusions made him rich. He will give you the step-by-step, full War and Peace novel how-to. But a poor man will never admit his mindset, it keeps him there. He will never admit. He will tell you all the reasons why he is there, and it will never be because I don't view myself worthy more than this. Moving on. 3 emotions that cost you the most in life, that hurt your intuition the most, I think, because they cost you your power, would be anger, sadness, and fear. And under the umbrella of fear is anxiety and hatred. Anxiety is the fear of the unknown. Hatred is the fear of the known, with a spice of anger. All of those emotions cost you so much of your power when you dwell and indulge in them. I'm not saying never feel anger, never feel sadness. I am saying never feel hatred. I truly believe if you hate, then you have no capacity to love because you are just so full of anger. There is no room for love. Love cannot be born in anger. Love is born of peace. You get what I'm putting down? Feel anger. When you feel angered by something, that's your intuition screaming, this isn't meant for me. This person doesn't make me feel safe, or this situation doesn't make me feel safe. When you feel sadness, grieve. Let yourself release. Release that individual. Release whatever's making you sad. The more you bottle up emotions, the more they manifest into physical and mental ailments. So I urge you, feel your emotions and then release them. And that is how you will grow your intuition and grow a greater sense of who you are, what you want, and how you perceive the world. Because everything is just a lesson of love. And that goes for people too. Everything and everyone is a lesson of love. And what I mean by that is a lesson in how to love yourself more. Every individual teaches you how to love yourself more. The more excuses you make for people instead of releasing them, the more you will be trapped in the same cycles, dealing with the same drama and the same chaos. And if they walk out, you'll meet their doppelganger. And their doppelganger might be 10 times worse, because in folklore, the doppelganger is always evil. The doppelganger always is worse than the predecessor or its twinum. Moral of the story, let people go when it's their time. You're the main character. People are side characters. And some people are only supposed to be in your life for a specific amount of chapters or seasons, and then their character leaves or dies off. And that's okay, because if they're meant to be in your life, if they are fated for you, I promise you they will come back when you have a greater sense of peace within you and you're a more healed individual. And let me be the spokesperson for this. For so long, 9 months ago, my greatest fear was losing Koa. I love that kid so deeply. It was my greatest fear to ever lose him. And guess what? I lost him. He's still with us. He's still alive, okay? Okay, he's in Japan right now, taking pictures, getting his film degree. But I lost him. We didn't speak very much for 9 months. And then as of last month, has he just re-entered my life. And I can say I'm a lot more healed and at peace with who I am as an individual than I was 9 months ago. Everyone is either a mirror, a mimicker, or a catalyst. And in these 3 categories, energy vampire exists, but we're gonna put that to the side and I'll break down what an energy vampire is, how to, and so forth in just a little bit. Majority of people will copy you or attempt to mirror you on a surface level without doing the soul work. Those that are in alignment with you will always be encouraging and team players. And what I mean by that is they act, live, speak, and think like you. They never are threatened by your success. They never are threatened by who you are as an individual. They are always your team player. Those that are not in alignment with you will attempt to debate, excuse, deny, disrespect, or belittle you at one point or another in your relationship. People that are mirrors will always try and match your soul. They will have some synchronicity with where you are in your life and where they are in their life. And I'm not saying a mirror is good or bad. Sometimes a person is meant to come in your life and you be like, oh, I need to change. But another time a mirror comes into your life and you're like, oh, you're a team player. Let's go. We can not only mirror one another, but multiply our success because we are on the same wavelength. A mimica in a material world talks and moves like you, but in the spiritual world is on a much lower vibration, meaning they'll feed into the like, oh yeah, we have similar synchronicities, but you will notice how they're in old karmic, and by karmic I mean energetic, they're in cycles that you have healed from, so they mimic something of your past. Really notice what you feel called to talk about when you're around people. That shows you whether or not you're in alignment with someone. It is very interesting how I have met so many people, doppelgangers from my messy era, now in my healed era, and I've just laughed. I've been like, oh my gosh, you remind me of this individual. Ha. Move on. I'm not befriending you because I know what it will happen if I do. I've signed that karmic contract before. You're a mimica. I shall move on. Mimickers always feel like copycats. They either copycat you or they copycat someone from your past. And mimickers normally show up when you are succeeding, you're about to succeed abundantly, or you're on the path. Because they're your test. They're there to test you if you'll go back and sign similar contracts that you did with old people that you released. And the third person is a catalyst. People who call you back to loving yourself. They have that soul deep purpose in shaking you back home. They're a category of a mirror, in my opinion. They're not really good or bad. Koa was a catalyst for me. He really inspired me to choose a life of love, to be a peaceful individual, to heal myself, my soul. And these individuals, the catalysts, have the option to learn from you as well and help you grow. Or they make the excuse and stay the same and they just walk out of your life eventually, or you let them go. But normally I view catalysts to be like mirrors. They are neither good nor bad. And if an individual appears to be any of these three, or you don't know, give them 3 months, okay? If an individual doesn't make a change in their chaos or their drama, then you will clearly know where they lie in your life. At some point or another, people will out their intentions to you verbally, but you can always have psychic foresight. See it clearly, their intentions through their actions. How people treat you is how they respect you. So if someone's not really giving you the time of day, if someone's belittling you, if someone's brushing you off, they don't really respect you. They only respect what you can do for them when it's at their convenience. Let those individuals go. You don't need someone to verbally tell you they're wishing ill for you to make the decision to let them go. Let people's actions speak louder for their words. Some physical signs you can let be the judgment of how someone's bad for you is you feel mentally or physically drained after every encounter. You feel exhausted, you feel guilty or guarded or like walking on eggshells around them. You constantly feel stuck in their cycles and drama. Again, give every individual 3 months to make a change, and if they don't, let them walk the plank. Or you literally experience headaches, nausea, and dizziness. That's your soul and your body physically rejecting someone's energy. If you start developing a headache or nausea or dizziness around them, their energy is not good. Let me get comfortable. This pillow's slipping out from under me. I feel like the 6 of Swords card, just the person in the boat trying to get afloat right now. How to know if someone's an energy vampire? If your body's not the compass screaming get out. Is people will say words like, I feel more powerful around you. They're siphoning your energy. No one that's good for you says you make me feel more powerful, okay? Let me clarify that. I couldn't do this without you. I'm codependent, is what they're really meaning. I'm so codependent on you. I couldn't live without you. I'm addicted to your validation. And I'm codependent. Did I say that? I need you. I'm so codependent on you. A lot of people will out their codependency on you. And then the really abusive one, after all they've done for you, this relationship's transactional. Or if they're like, I don't feel like right now where we can be supportive of one another. I don't feel like I have the time or energy to actually care about you right now. I cared about you when you were more in despair, but now that you got your feet on the ground, there's nothing for me to do for you. Those are energy vampires. Energy vampires are people that constantly need your attention, your validation. They're transactional relationships. And also, energy vampires, sometimes they want to be the savior, the rescuer. And if they can't be that in your life, then I miss how things were. You missed when I was miserable and I was dependent on you. Guess what? I'm not codependent anymore, baby. Bye-bye. They thrive off of your energy. So gray rock them. Don't give them anything. Block them. Send them to prison. Me viewing my block list. My prisoners. That's what I think of. Your soul, your mind, your body always knows who is right, who is wrong, who's in alignment before the physical reality ever presents it. And you don't need to have power or be blessed with certain gifts to grow your intuition. You just need to listen to your heart and your head and your soul more. And the more you step back and the more you grow comfortable in your company, you grow comfortable in your decision making, the more you seek health and wellness versus chasing the validation of others, chasing to be accepted by others or self-worth, the more powerful you become and the more powerful your intuition becomes. Anyone can be a wizard. Anyone can grow their intuition. Anyone can be so schizophrenic they're 5 steps ahead than everybody else. It's just a matter of how sure you are in yourself and how tapped in you are to knowing who you are. The greater you have an understanding of who you are as an individual, and the more you choose yourself, you put yourself first, the more the universe will align with that and send you individuals who are your team players, individuals who mirror you and push you to grow and become a better individual, and they themselves do the same. And I'd like to clarify, no one is born inherently evil. I believe all people are born good, okay? Life and circumstances is what hardens people's hearts. So don't let your heart be hardened. Don't be Pharaoh in Exodus, okay? I can't believe I just used a Bible verse. Don't be Pharaoh, okay? Be Moses. In a world full of pharaohs, be Moses. That needs to be on a t-shirt. The hardening your heart doesn't protect it. It doesn't keep you safe or let you grow as an individual. Let yourself feel, let yourself experience, and continue consistently to choose love. Because the more you lead in love, you walk in faith, and you seek only truth and clarity, the more successful you will be in life. I promise you that. And let your greatest flex be you don't care who walks in and out. Because let me tell you, ever since I lost Koa, I could give a less who walks in and out of my life, because I know everyone that enters and exits is just a lesson of love. And they teach me how to love myself more. And since nothing in this world is permanent and I don't own anything or anyone but my own company, then I might as well love myself and enjoy myself so much until my time has come, because that's all I'm guaranteed in this life. And I feel like I've taught everyone how to be Alex Russo now. We're now all wizards. You're a wizard, Harry. I see the door. I see the 5 steps. I will go. I'm seeing myself out. I look forward to talking to you guys in the next video. I know I made a lot of promises last video and everyone before about posting vlogs and so forth, but I'll be honest, I filmed a 1-hour vlog last week, and now watching it back, it's not the energy I want to put out into the world. I want to put out only positive energy, and while I do want to show my faults and my downfalls and share those, because I am human, I'm not perfect, I know that, okay? I just don't, I didn't like how it has come out, so I'm not going to make any more promises about any future videos, but the one thing I can promise is I will make future videos, and you're not getting rid of me quite yet, laddie lass. Good old laddie boy. You're not fucking getting rid of me yet, I tell you that one thing. That one thing for sure. I think no one understood that but that was my Scottish accent. And yeah, anyhow, I'm gonna end this video. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in next week's video. Don't know what that will be, but it will be whatever my heart desires and wherever my soul leads me. And maybe it'll be doubling down on how to make you guys schizophrenic wizards. But until then, I feel like this video did its job. So I will see you guys in the next video. I love you. Au revoir. Bisous, bisous. À bientôt. Mwah. Bye.